What's good, YouTube? You're back on S Motorsports, and I got another Camaro video for you today. Alright guys, like I said, I got another Camaro video for you today. It's going to be a small, easy project, but today I'm just going to be changing the PCV valve in the Camaro. Do you need to do this? I don't really know, but it's a cheap little part, and I figured it's a good maintenance item. Typically in older cars, you know, small block Chevys and the Trans Am and stuff, the PCV valve can get plugged and cause idle issues and other, well, mainly idle issues, but I'm not sure if we need to change it in the Camaro. It doesn't necessarily really say it in the maintenance logs, but it's such a cheap little part. I figured, you know what, it's good maintenance, just, you know, to do and make sure there's not a problem. So I'm gonna take the old one out, replace it with a new one, and see if it's plugged up or not, and let you guys know. Here is the part number. I will put the link in the description, and so yeah, let's get to it. Beautiful. All right guys, so the PCV valve should be pretty easy to get to if I put the flashlight in here. So it is this hose going down right here, and this is the PCV valve. It's kind of hard to see, but it is right there. You can see the black part, and that is what's going to your catch can over here. So that is part of your emissions and, you know, factory catch can. Normally this is routed to the intake manifold, but we put the catch can in between here, you know, obviously to catch any oil particulates. But you know, this car had 20-some thousand miles before this catch can was on there. So that's why I'm questioning if, you know, this needs to be replaced or not, if it's a little gummed up or not. Making sure, you know, basically we're getting maximum flow through the catch can, so we're catching everything, and that it's not plugged. So just something easy. We should be able to just disconnect this hose and then get a socket on this PCV valve, as it's just a screw-in piece, which I'll show you here on the new one. All right, so this is the new one, and like I said, this is the part number GM 1269180, and it is just a little valve. You can see it's got an O-ring and it threads in, and it's got a hex on there for a socket. So we should be able to, like I said, just disconnect that hose, screw this out, screw the new one in, and we'll check out the old one to see if it's plugged. Also, as a quick test, you can normally tell by a PCV valve if it's bad if it doesn't jiggle. You know, if it doesn't jiggle, that means it's definitely gummed up. But here, you know, so you can, on a new one, you can do this, but you can suck, or you could blow from this end. You can blow through, but now if you try blowing through this end, it won't go because it plugs. It's a one-way check valve. So that's how the PCV valve evacuates the valley pan area of the engine, but it doesn't let anything go back into the valley pan. It's a one-way check valve. So that's why sometimes it's good to change, because if it gets gummed up, it can't pull, or it can't, maybe it's stuck the other way and it's letting crap back in. So a good maintenance item, and like I said, it's pretty cheap, so why not? Now you should be able to just hopefully push this with your fingers and pull it off. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to get to both sides. So maybe if I rotate this a little bit, then I can push this. Yeah, there we go. So if you can see what I did, I rotated this a little bit so I could push on both sides with this, and then you can pull this right out. And really, that's it. And now we're already looking at the PCV valve is right there, and you can see it's got the hex on it. So let's grab a socket and unscrew it. All right guys, so using the old one as a guide, I got a 15/16 socket. It's probably metric, but 15/16 works just good. So we will, and you need a deep socket, so we'll get that attached. And let's break it loose. Came loose pretty easy. Now we should be able to just spin it by hand. Again, this is just plastic, so gotta be careful. All right, so we got the old one here, so let's do the test. Definitely loose, so, I mean, this is probably working just fine. But like I said, my car has 27,000 miles on now. We'll do a test on it. You know, it seems like it's passing air pretty easy, so this would have been just fine to leave. But again, if your car has, you know, 60, 70,000 miles, this may be plugged up. So it's just something to be aware of, that if this gets plugged, it can cause some, maybe some weird oiling issues where you're getting oil seepage out of the crank seals or something, because it's not evacuating the crankcase like it should. That's really what the PCV valve is doing. It's pulling fresh air through the crankcase area and sucking that as a vacuum, so you don't have any excess pressure in the crankcase. So if this is plugged, it's not doing that, and you can have some oiling issues where you got oil coming out of like the front seal or something. Obviously, like if you're boosted or the LT4, that's a different issue, because you might have some leakage past the rings, and that builds up pressure. And if your system can't evacuate all that, then you get buildup of excess pressure in the crankcase, and it pushes past, you know, the front seal or the rear main seal. So I got the new PCV valve, and let's just throw that in. All right, so let's hand thread this in. Make sure we don't strip out the threads because it is plastic. Gotta be super careful because this is a big breaker bar, but we will just give it a little. That's probably all it needs right there. And then just snap the hose back on. As simple as that. All right, guys, that's it for today. Just a quick and easy video for you. The question is, do you need to change your PCV valve? Probably not. The only reason I did mine is because I got one for my 2018 Chevy Silverado, because that has almost 80,000 miles, and I figured that would be a good maintenance thing to do on that vehicle. And the PCV valves are so cheap, I was like, well, if I'm ordering one and paying for shipping, I might as well just get another one. So I just grabbed one for the Camaro, figured why not, let's throw it in. As you saw, it takes like no time. So if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as summer is coming up and we're gonna be driving the Camaro soon, and we're getting the Trans Am ready as well. We just got that lowered, so yeah, excited about that, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.